I get a lot of people asking me how we were blessed to walk away from corporate America in our early 30s. Well, listen, I don't want to keep that a secret. I want to share it with the world. And so maybe you're listening to this podcast and you're trying to figure out, how do I even get started on my journey of entrepreneurship and getting to a level of freedom? Well, text the word freedom to 737 777 9909. Enter your information in, and we look forward to sharing some information with you. A proven system with small overhead, right? That you can do part-time, spare time, right from the comfort of your home, and have amazing mentors, coaches, and a community of entrepreneurs who are willing to support you and help you on your journey to freedom. Welcome to Code Freedom. I'm your host, Eddie Bales. Have you ever felt stuck? Have you ever felt like there's got to be more than life than the reality that you see every day? Tune in weekly, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays as we crack the codes to freedom in every area of your life. Welcome to Code Freedom. I'm your host, Eddie Bell. This is episode 52, and I am so excited because, listen, we get to be free, right? I appreciate you guys for tuning into this podcast. I really do, because we're on a journey, right? We're on a journey together, and some of us are further along than others, but at the end of the day, we are all on a journey, and that is my goal, is to help each and every one of you to achieve your goal or your level of freedom that you desire. But today, we're going to talk about something that's really important on your journey. And listen, you got to see it before you see it. Right? I mean, you got to envision what it is you're looking to accomplish, right? So, what does freedom look like for you? We talk on this podcast a lot about freedom, but what does freedom look like for you? I mean, for everybody, it's different, right? For some of you, it's just being able to spend more time with your family than you are able to right now, right? For others of you, it's because you want to do a lot of philanthropic work, and you want the freedom and flexibility to be able to write checks and not have to consult your bank account, right? For some of you, you want to travel the world and feel like, and by the way, you don't have to be a millionaire to travel the world. You don't have to be mega rich to travel the world. If you have certain things in place, you have passive income in place that pays all your expenses, and it does it like clockwork, then you can travel the world at 50 grand a year, 80 grand a year, 100 grand a year, right? Doesn't The income per se is not necessarily how much. It's how much are your bills. So that's number one. Is, do you know what your actual bills are? Like, how much are your bills every month? And how can we get that covered with passive income every single month without fail, right? Passively, without you really having to put your hands to it. Like, don't get me wrong, you may have to put your hands to it a little bit, but I'm not saying, I'm talking, you don't have to put it, you can literally leave the country and maybe do some things with the internet, do some things with the phone or whatever, or just a couple calls, a couple things here and there. But I'm saying like 90% of it, it operates on its own without you, right? That is part of creating a lifestyle of freedom, right? And so, listen, if your bills are only $3,000 a month, right, from your mortgage to your car note to all your other expenses, and you find a way to generate 5,000 a month passively, 6,000 a month passively, guess what? You are financially free, my friends. And so, what are we going to do though to get that 5, 6, 7,000 a month passively? Well, I can talk about a lot of concrete things, and we're going to continue to do that and also continue to have more guests on these episodes. But today, I just want you to see what that looks like. Like, I just want you to envision, okay, these are my bills. This is how much it costs. This is how much I need to earn passively. And this is what I'm going to do when it happens, right? I'm closing my eyes as I'm saying this because I'm visualizing it myself, right? I'm seeing it so that I can see it, right? So I'm already thinking like about where I would travel. I want you to think, where would you travel? Where would you go? What are you going to do, right? Imagine being able to just go to Africa, right, and just go all throughout Africa. Imagine being able to go through Europe and just go to these different places and see art exhibits and museums and artifacts and I don't know, just this stuff that you like to do, right? Whatever it is you want to do, you get to decide that. But just imagine being able to live life by design instead of by default, right? Imagine that. Imagine that you have the opportunity to write what's going to happen and it happens exactly the way you wanted it to happen, not the way someone said it had to happen, right? You get to decide that. But we have to create that. So I want you to do this real quick. Now, if you're driving, don't do it because it's not my fault if you crash. But I want you to close your eyes, right? I want you to close your eyes and I want you to open your spiritual eyes, right? Open your spiritual eyes. And then I want you to start looking at what life should be like for you. Like the life that you deserve, the life that you actually really want, like the low key life that you never really told anybody about, but you want it so bad and you think about it, but you just don't know how you're going to get there. Listen, we're going to show you how to get there. We're going to drop the breadcrumbs on the way to grandma's house, right? But I just need you to just take a minute and see it first. See where you would travel. See the philanthropic work that you would do. See you going to the basketball, baseball, soccer games for your kids, right? Showing up and they're like, oh, what are you doing here? Like, oh, I don't have to work anymore, right? I don't have to worry about the job anymore. We good. Like, let me see you score a basket, right? So, imagine being able to just go from place to place and do things in the way that you desire to do it. Now, am I saying that life is going to be easy all the time? Absolutely not. But it's a whole lot better when you're in control than when someone else is in control. Does that make sense? And as I'm doing this episode, my eyes are closed because I'm just speaking from the heart. I just want to speak from within. And I want you to really feel that place. I want you to see it so good that you could feel it. Like you could feel the wind blowing in your hair, right? You could feel the sunset on your back or on your face as you're at the beach, right? You could hear the water going, right? I mean, you see all that, you hear it, you feel it, guys. I want you to taste the uh the different places the food in the different places you've never been to. I want you to start tasting that in advance. And so this is not about hocus pocus and all that stuff, but I am a firm believer that as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. And you have to see it before you can see it. You got to close sometimes the natural eye and open up that spiritual eye and see what Yahweh has for you, right? Explore and see what's meant for you, the world that you're supposed to have, not the world that we settle for, right? And so I just wanted to take a minute on this episode 52, and I want you to really start to design that life. Write it down too. Write it on paper when you get a chance. Write that life down. Where do you see yourself in the next 3 to 5 years? Yes, we have to build it. Yes, we have to create it. We have to create the engine that's going to take us to the land of freedom, right? But right now, for today, at least we get to design it. At least we get to see what it looks like and start to conceptualize what it's supposed to be, how it's supposed to be, so that way you start creating it. You can start making it happen. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. As always, feel free to do a screenshot. Do it right now. Like take a quick screenshot of this episode. Tag me on Facebook. It's at Eddie. You can do it on Instagram too. On Instagram, it's at Eddie Bells junior.com. I'm sorry, not .com, at Eddie Bells Jr., right? And tag us, right? We love to hear your feedback. Hey, even send me, hey, maybe a screenshot of what you like to do. Where'd you like to go? Maybe you want to go to Bora Bora. Maybe you want to go to the Maldives. Maybe you want to go to Mexico, right? Wherever you want to go. I love to just get some feedback from you all. And we're working on some things too for some more engagement because I just want to communicate with you guys. I just want to be able to just hear from you all because I see that there's so many people from all around the world that listen to this podcast. I mean, if I started listing all the countries that listen to this podcast. I'm so blessed that you tune in to this on a regular basis. But I want to hear from you. I want to be able to see you. I want to be able to start building relationship with you. So stay tuned. We're going to start building some things out for that. But as of right now, just connect with me. I love to hear from you, just to know that you're getting value from this podcast. So I appreciate you guys. Thanks for tuning in. God bless, and go see it before you can see it. Take care. Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate you guys for listening. Definitely feel free to take a screenshot of this episode, tag me in it on Instagram or Facebook or wherever you find me on social media. I would love to give you a shout out. Hey, you might even get a prize. Who knows? But excited that you had a chance to take a listen. I hope you got a lot of value. And definitely feel free to give us 5 stars as well as a review. Show us some love, and we appreciate you. God bless you all, and see you all over the top.